All right. Welcome. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Uh, Unfortunately, we didn't get an open discussion or anything on Thursday, so decided to postpone it to today since things are a bit better technically. Um, so if you're just joining us, don't forget to hit that subscribe button or follow button, depending on what platform you're watching on. Hit the like, so then that way we can help the channel grow, helps the algorithm. And if you haven't seen my other links in the about me or the description of the channel, you'll see different links for in my link tree for like Instagram, TikTok, what else? X, the Discord channels in there, and Facebook, as well as my gaming platform, which is JAS Gaming Entertainment. Um, that's also available through the Linktree address. So yeah, appreciate everyone that decides to follow and subscribe and hit that notification bell, so then that way we don't miss any streams. Is that right, guy? Obviously, we're doing much better than what you're doing because last time I checked, you don't have a stream. But I could be wrong. Let's see here. I didn't bring this up yet. Mm-mm. Well, we're going to go ahead and take care of this person. Alrighty. Welcome in, Chris. Sumo. Double Bacon. What's going on? Exactly. And to be fair, on guys, I think we all know who that is. Somebody's a bit bitter for not being able to participate. Exactly what I'm saying. Rest in peace. So I don't have any content like as far as topics to go over. I mean, we can go over the typical stuff if you like to, but that's why I kind of put up there. Let's chat and not an open discussion. Figured we just kind of get together in the chat room and just kind of hang out and go over whatever we want to go over. Um, what's up, Michael? How's it going, Raf? Welcome in, guys. Jack is not here today. We um, this week and next week, um, he's got scheduling conflicts with other things that's going on in his world or his life. So um, we've postponed those for Sundays. Probably going to be about, I'd say, one or two, more likely two, Central Daylight Time, so 3 Eastern, 12 o'clock Pacific. So if you guys want to follow for F as in Frank tomorrow, well, we should be doing that then. At least that's the plan. As long as nothing else comes up. The Jig'em Troll guy? No. Nope. What's up, John? Uh, but so for those of you that aren't in the Discord, I did just recently. Well, you guys can't see it on Discord, or if you're not on Discord, I do recommend going on the Discord, jumping in and chatting with everybody there. It's kind of like this, except you don't get to see me. We all just kind of hang out and chat. Um, but I did set up. Well, I put a Cash App address in there, so if you guys want to help contribute to any games that you want to see played on the game or on the channel, that's available now. It's in the Discord about me. Why did I have or hold on? Debbie says, did I have bad storms? Yes. Thursday I had it was storming pretty good. I'm actually surprised there's still trees standing that kind of bad. But it's all good. Today is much better weather. It was actually raining this morning, but it's supposed to rain all day. Ironically enough, this is one thing I loathe about the Weather Channel and all that kind of garbage. They all tell you it's going to rain and storm and all that kind of stuff, and then it's nothing but nice outside, or the other way around. It's supposed to be nice and sunny and good weather, and then it turns out that nope, there's going to be rain that day. Let's see, Michael, you said your guess is Eliza again. It could be. Honestly, I didn't even think about that. It could be. That very well could be. But I had somebody else in mind. But Jimmy listened to our constructive criticisms from last week and switched from the ball cap to the iconic cowboy hat. Honestly, I don't really care which hat I wear. It's just whatever's more comfortable or whatever I fancy at the moment. Honestly, I almost got on stream without a hat on at all. So, John, you said I'd contribute. I don't like how limited the games have been. I wouldn't say the games are limited. Believe me, I've got a large library of games. But when I start a game, I want to stick with that game. Kind of like right now, I'm doing Horizon Zero Dawn or Forbidden West. Well, I take that back. I was doing Horizon Zero Dawn. I did the DLC for Horizon Zero Dawn, and once that was finished, I went on to Forbidden West. I think I've only streamed once or twice since I started playing it again. But outside of that, there's always Fortnite Fridays. Unfortunately, you can't really play another game during Fortnite Friday, kind of in the title. And then Jackbox we started doing on Thursdays. Unfortunately, we didn't get to this Thursday, so we're gonna do that tonight after the stream. But we did also get to play on Monday, so there's that as well. Kind of makes up for not being able to on Thursday. You get to do it on 2 different nights this week. Let's see. F3 equals E3 for fan games, mods, and homebrew. I'm not sure what you mean, Michael. F3 equals E3 for fan games. I know E3 is, but I'm not too sure what F3 is. Weathermen should be elected officials. Yeah, they're about as consistent, aren't they? LOZ, Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom with online co-op was the big thing. Really? I didn't know that was a thing. Is that a co-op game? And yes, the Fedora is what it's actually called. Is definitely better for storms or rain in general. John, you said not your own games. I mean the Jackbox selection of. Oh, I got you. I got you. Yeah, there's only 5 games. Um, but Jackbox 3 is on sale right now, so that's why I posted that in the Discord, or that uh, was it the tag or whatever in Discord to kind of help get Jackbox 3. Michael says Eliza is the only troll that keeps coming back, but my banhammer is on standby. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that. But we do have more than one troll in here. There's quite a few, actually. But I can't tell if it's the same troll or different trolls. I have a feeling it's the same person with different accounts. Um, let's see. I need to iron out the easiest way to get people set up with Zemu and Insignia. I've not heard of these. Zenu. Scientology? That's what comes up when I see Z, or I look up Zenu or Zemu. Sorry. Zemu emulator. Oh, okay. For different games. Oh, an Xbox emulator. Okay. That makes sense. Let's see. An Insignia. I mean, Insignia is a brand, is it not? Yeah. Insignia is a brand by Best Buy. Unless you're saying it's an emulator as well. Okay, yeah. Insignia Live. It's free replacement for Microsoft servers for original Xbox console. Okay. So you can basically play the original Xbox games on his Insignia. And it's free, so do you pay for the games? Or is all the original titles free to play? Original Xbox emulator Insignia is an unofficial free Xbox Live. It works with the original Xbox hardware and the Zemu emulator. Interesting. You should play the Gamergate game. There is bacon. There's no Gamergate game. It's a movement. It was the final surprise for F3. Oh, okay. Like the live. Yes. Hit that like button, guys. Jackbox 3 would be cool. Looks like some good Lemonaders. Yes, it's Lemonade, guys. If we get enough people set up with that, we can do Fantasy Star Online. Interesting. Yeah, we're always down for more games. I mean, honestly, to be fair, uh, the Jackbox game or live streams have been the most successful I've had so far. Was I think Monday we had up to 8 players, which is the max you can have on um, Jackbox. I think there might be one that you can get up to 10, but I don't remember which one, if there was one. And then we also had people in the audience playing as well, so that was kind of cool. Praise Xenu. The latest child to starve to death in Gaza weighed less than when she was born. That's sad. Sumo Boy says, fun fact. Trump and Powell publicly bicker over renovation costs as president pressures central banker. Just some headlines that caught your eye. Okay. Man. Interesting. Oh yeah, Minnesota is definitely doomed. They're, if I'm not mistaken, I think, what is it? Uh, which there's a county or a city. It could be just be a city that's like 95% Somalian. Uh, no, it's not. I don't know. I saw something where they said 95% Somalian, but city with the largest Somalian population. Minneapolis, Minnesota has the largest Somali population outside of Somalia, particularly within the United States, while Columbus, Ohio also has a significant Somali population. It is considered second only to Minneapolis in size. A large influx of Somali refugees into Minnesota, especially Minneapolis, began in the 90s due to the Civil War and famine in their home country. Wow. Does it give me the percentage though? Uh, small population in. So in 2025, Minnesota is estimated to have a Somali population of around 82,436 people. The majority of the population resides in the Twin Cities metropolitan area, with a smaller percentage living in other parts of greater Minnesota, according to the Minnesota Compass. Okay, so what's Minnesota's population? It's got 82,500 Somalis. Well, it's not quite 95%, but it's considerable. Looks like it's 428,579 as of last year. So if you got 85,000, I mean, it's at 130, 145, or I'm sorry, um, 345,000 non Somali residents. Interesting. Yes, Minneapolis is looking that way. I don't know. Is she Ilhan? What is her name? Ilhan. Oh, Ilhan Omar. Says yes. Ilhan Omar is an American politician serving as the U.S. representative for Minnesota's 5th congressional district. So yes, she's one of them. Minnesota has the most delicious pets. That's wrong. Somalians chopped up those American soldiers and left them in plastic bags by the embassy that didn't get shamed by their government at all. That's, see, and they're allowed in our country. Somali pirates kidnapped my ex girlfriend when she was on vacation in the Bahamas. Really? That's not okay. They're not here to fish, like Tom Hanks said. Uh, I love it when Captain Phelps lands the place or plane in the Hudson. I haven't seen that movie, honestly. Sumo Boy. Oh, Castaway. I think my roommate was actually just watching Castaway. No, not last night, but the night before. Uh, Raphael says, Jimmy, why is Trump using my tax dollars to pay for Israel's mass murder in Palestine? Um, what about Hamas's mass murder of Jews? Would be my question. Do you think it's okay one way or the other? It wasn't okay. She didn't make. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that, John. When Wilson left him, I don't think Wilson left him, did he? I think it rolled away or something like that, or the storm took it. My favorite Tom Hanks movie is Forrest Gump. He was so dumb, but does crazy stuff. I don't want to say that Tom Hanks is a dumb guy because I doubt he is. He's definitely not the most ethical guy, as we all know. Um, but I'd say if I was gonna pick a movie, I'd almost say The Green Mile was probably one of the best movies. Um, Forrest Gump wasn't bad, but mostly because I liked Gary Sinise in that movie. Um, but I think uh, The Green Mile was actually done really well. Yeah, Big was a fun movie. That was way before all this political stuff. I mean, God, that was still in the '80s. Those Hamas guys are real jerks. Yeah, that was kind of funny. And he wakes up and he's big. Um, so I all right. Your question says was I on the island or something? Um, I doubt you're referring to Palestine or the Palestinian or Gaza or Israel for that matter. Um, I wasn't in either place, and I wouldn't claim to say one way or the other. Um, or claim to be one way or the other because I wasn't there. Um, but more so that I mean information that you might have or um, what you might believe would come from information that you get depending on which media you listen to or which source you decide to um, consume or watch. Um, me, I would. I don't know the truth. I'm not over there. I wouldn't say that it's out of the realm of possibility that Hamas was attacking from uh was it the people trying to get food um from the Israelis or the Jews, um and then uh obviously the Israelis or Israel was trying to um combat the attackers that were within the group trying to get assistance. I mean, we've already seen that Hamas will hide in cities with civilians there. So to say that they wouldn't attack while among uh, the innocents I just think is naive. Tommy has been married for a long time, I guess. Tom Hanks has been married a long time, but guess what? He has been cheating that entire time and cheated on his first wife as well. Did he really? I don't know enough about him to tell you. I just watch his movies, which is what I do with most actors. I don't get involved in their personal lives. Um, I mean, unless they literally come out and publicly say things like uh, somebody that we know. Um, Green Mile and Apollo 11. Uh, you mean Apollo 13? I'm guessing the 2025 movie with Gary Sinise, Tom Hanks, Kevin Bacon, um, Bill Paxton. But that was a good movie too. I like in Big when they don't make it to the moon but manage to make it back to Earth. Wait, what? I think that's different movies. Tom Hanks and his wife got COVID way before everyone else did. Debbie says Tom Hanks and his wife got COVID way before everyone else did. That's possible. I don't follow up with, like I said, with actors in their lives unless they come out and voice their opinions on certain things. Um, they traveled to Greece even though they were also telling everyone to stay home. Yeah, John says Debbie they then they traveled to Greece even though they were telling everyone else to stay home. But I mean, I think a lot of people on the left did that kind of thing. Like, what was it the governor in California, Newsom, and I think even the mayor or one of the mayors in California did that. I saw the Green Mile thinking to be about Irish Olympic sprinters. Big disappointment. Well, yeah, definitely wasn't about that. It was kind of cool though. I mean, it kind of went into Alcatraz, which is kind of cool. Um, which, you know what? Come to think about it, who was in that? Let's see. Ed Harris was in The Rock. So David Morse played Major Tom Baxter in The Rock, but if I'm not mistaken, yes, he also played in The Green Mile. Both taking place in uh, at The Rock. Or Alcatraz. It's not going to give me his character's name. Let's see. Yeah. Only men understand Lieutenant Dan as a character. Don't you ever call him stupid? Mad at Forrest for not letting him die in battle and coming around to being grateful. Yep. Let's see. What's up, Ziggy? Welcome in. Uh, let's see. Got to catch up with you guys. Has anyone been to Bubba Gump Factory in Times Square? They actually had a Bubba Gump factory in California as well. Uh, Okay, hold on, Raf. You said I'm just reciting Israeli propaganda word by word. That's sad. I thought you were a free thinker. I am. But honestly, you could say the same about what you're talking about too. That you're just spewing democratic propaganda. Unless one of us actually goes there and finds out the truth, we're just gonna, we're gonna basically we're gonna filter what we hear, what we hear from the sources that we watch or what we consume. Um, and I try not to go too far right when I'm watching things. That's, I mean, you all know I watch Tim Pool, um, mostly because kind of like I told Jack that I find Tim Pool kind of in the medium or in the middle of things because he's more libertarian than he is right or left. I don't agree with him on everything, but a lot of things a lot of opinions or a lot of values that I have, um, I relate to with Tim Pool. Um, Now, like I'm saying, is that with um, his idea of being more moderate in the middle, um, I get to hear multiple sides. Because another thing that I like about his show is that it's not just him giving out his perspective or his opinion or his or what he hears in media, but he has conservative people on there. He has liberal people on there, if they'll even go on there. They're usually too scared to debate. So every once in a while, you might get one. Um, you've got other people that are a little bit more play the devil's advocate to what everybody else on the panel is going with. Um, and then you got I don't know. It just keeps a big mix of opinions and values on that show. So that's primarily why I watched that. Now, other people like say like Ben Shapiro or Alex Jones or uh, who else? Benny Johnson or Dave Rubens or Candace Owens, whoever. They're going to be more right leaning. They're not so uh, moderate. Um, and I used to watch a lot of those, but I don't. I mean, I guess it's kind of the same way I used to watch Fox News. And when you hear uh, just propaganda, whether it be on the left or right, that's what it feels like. You can kind of get that feeling that that's what it is, and not an honest perspective of what's going on. Um, so that's why I don't kind of watch those anymore. Um, every once in a while, I'll pick things up to kind of see what's going on in the media today, what kind of news articles that they're running with. Um, but otherwise, I stick to one for the most part because it's the only one I found that stays moderate and not one way or the other. Um, I would say Tim Pool is probably closer to moderate right, even though he likes to say he's moderate left. I just don't the values and whatnot that he talks about. I have to disagree with him. Um, but yeah. Uh, let's see. Let me catch up with chat. Ziggy, you said, why does Jack hate Apple so much and then act like he doesn't? Do you like Apple? I'm not a fan of Apple. I've honestly given it a shot. I tried, and I just can't. I can't get into Apple. It's yeah. To me, it's my best perspective of it, or my best opinion of it, is or example, I guess, or analogy, is more like a play school phone. In my Just the way I look at it, it's just, to me, it's something that it's good for the college student that's 18, 19, 20 years old, that's never had a phone before. That's about it. um it's like going from uh how would you say it, trying to think of the best example or best analogy to come up with. um but while I'm thinking about an analogy, um Jack does not, or uh he likes, I mean, he's a big Apple user. I always tease him for being so. um but yeah, he uses the Mac, he uses an iPhone. um I've been trying to persuade him to move away from the iPhone and Apple altogether, but yeah, I haven't been very successful on that. um but how would you say it? I don't know, it's really hard to explain. It's okay, like an Apple computer, or it's a closed network, or closed program. So there's not much for uh, upgrades, or building onto the computer. So it's very, very limited. The only way you can go from or the only way you can upgrade your computer or your Apple is by getting a new one. Whereas an Android is more like a PC that's constantly upgradable. I mean, granted, sometimes you got to change out more than one piece at a time, but that's just how I see the difference between Apple and Android. And personally, I think the Android has just got uh, a larger app market, a larger usability, um, just more functional than an Apple is. But that's just my opinion. Everybody has their own preferences. That's just, Apple's just not mine. Whenever I see it, am I a Pedro Pascal fan, Jimmy? He was good in, maybe at best, Mandalorian season one, um, or Game of Thrones. But outside of that, I'm not. Yeah, no, he's way too left leaning, and he comes out and talks about it. And some of the things he's said publicly, I just don't agree with him. And he's not a bad actor, but he's an overused actor, if that makes sense. Uh, name of the movie with Lil Bow Wow winning the lottery. Ice Cube plays a character that dresses and looks like Jack. Ice Cube. That's the same. Old videos. Um, Michael Caine says, I do not like Pedro Pascal. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of his. Um, Again, like I said, his acting ain't the worst, and it's not the best. Um, but there are some things or some roles that he did fairly decent in. Um, I don't care, or not interested in going to see Fantastic Four, not even slightly. I don't want to waste my money on it. I already know it's going to be horrible. Um, and I'm not a big Fantastic Four fan anyway. Um, like, even some of the better uh, movies, if I've seen them, I probably only saw them once, and I won't go back to see them. Or, I'm not saying I wouldn't go back to see them. I take that back. I'm just not going out of my way to go back to see them, if that makes sense. Uh, Raphael, you said I'm brainwashed to think that things are Republican versus Democrat. Both parties are supporting the genocide in Israel. The wait, genocide in Israel. You saying that Palestinians are genociding the Israelis? Just a question. And kind of like I've mentioned, that I mentioned this in an X post, and I think I even brought it up on here. You can't genocide a people if you don't get rid of all the people. Um, Genocide is a complete elimination of a certain race, religion, or culture. Complete erasure. So, like, say if you were to wipe or bomb Somalia, right? Um, just hypothetically, um, but just say if you were to do that and you got rid of Somalia altogether, it does not exist on the map anymore outside of rubble and ash. Um, you did not genocide that country or those people. Um, because those people still exist in countries around the world. So therefore, it's not genocide. And people like I know there was an argument that they've updated term or understanding, but you know what? They've updated a lot of things I don't agree with, and that happens to be one of them. I think words have meanings for a reason, and people that want to change these meanings are just it's propaganda to try to push one idea or another. So whatever these new meanings are, I don't abide by them. I go by the original root meaning, and that's it. Uh, let's see. This has been fun. Let's play some Jackbox 3. We will. Let's see. It's only been 40 minutes. Um, we'll get on Jackbox 3 in uh, probably going to be about an hour and a half, roughly. Um, John, you said who's Tim Pool? He's a probably well, I think he said he's like the number one streamer or podcaster on the YouTube, or in the top three at the very least. Time Pool mentioned. Tim Pool mentioned. Let's see. Do you think Bridget McCrum? Oh, here you go. That's a current topic because of what Candace Owens was talking about or is doing. And it's actually one of the reasons why I stopped watching Candace Owens was because she was had a. It just felt like she had a fetish with Bridget McCrone. It's like, God, I don't care whether it's a man or a woman. I don't care. I really don't care. It's kind of like um, I've got a friend that's always talking about Michelle Obama being a guy, and it's like I don't care. I really don't care what they are and what they do in their own lives. Um, Makes no difference in mine. Um, if they want to pass off as the opposite gender, I mean, more power to them. You know, we all got to face our creator one day, and if you want to go to get to the pearly gates and have to explain what you did with your life, and that's what you want to claim, by all means, we'll see how that goes for you. You think Temple is hard to take seriously with that stupid ski cap? Um, uh, hold on. Okay, I got a question for you, Debbie. You said the stupid ski cap, so a beanie, basically. It's not really just a ski cap. I mean, was it lumberjacks and loggers and fishermen and a lot of people in cold weather use them. But how is a ski cap any different than my cap? Right? Just curious. Just a question. I'm kind of curious what your response would be. Uh, Michael, you said it covers the gap in his skull, born without top of it. Are you? Is that a factual thing? Do you know for fact about that, Michael? Temple has Joe Dirt's condition. In his case, it was the mullet wig that fused to his skull to cover the gap, but with Poole, it's the beanie. Interesting. Remember, the beanie would kill him in IIRC. What the? That's the second time I've seen that. I know what IRL is in real life, but if I remember correctly. Okay. Uh, okay. You're a big guy. Who's a big guy? What are you talking about, Sumo? I'm probably way behind, aren't I, guys? Michael says I don't like Apple because their ecosystem is so user hostile. Yeah, yeah, that's another great point. Uh, yeah, Junior's kids due in August. It's almost there. Almost there. Thomnus? Thomnus. Oh, I, I'd feel bad for that kid if that's true. Predator Pascal. Good job, Gatsby. Predator Pascal. There you go. But that you're probably talking about his hands-on thing with co-stars, aren't you? What's the best place you've ever lived, and what is the worst? Uh, that's really tough to answer. Because I really didn't mind California, but I grew up when California was like 180 degrees different. Um, yeah, the environment, the culture, and everything else was completely different when I lived there. Completely. Um, then Seattle was nice. Um, the culture there wasn't the greatest. People are way too left leaning, way too liberal, um, way too entitled. But I don't know. Entitlement kind of seems a bit perspective, um, because that seems to be just about everywhere you go nowadays. But um, they were kind of the type of people that if you're not from here, you're not one of us kind of people. So um, East Tennessee was fun. Um, kind of slow out there though. Um, but it was definitely had a lot of beautiful scenery. Um, Nashville was okay. Um, and not a lot of a lot more beautiful scenery, but I think it's just anywhere past on the east or east of the Mississippi is really nice for the most part. Um, let's see, I'm trying to think of Georgia was really nice, even though I want to go back there now. So the best place I've been, eh, they all have their pros and cons. Uh, Michael says That's true. The party system is mostly an illusion of choice. Yeah, pretty much. That that's pretty much it. Especially what we're seeing through Trump now. Raf, you're going on about Israel again. Israel is genocide the Palestinians, and apparently uh, you supported Jimmy. I voted for Trump because he said he would end this nonsense. Do you know firsthand that Israel is killing off Palestinians? Do you know that? Were you there? If you do, send pictures. I'd love to see them because I don't. I take everything that anything or anybody says over the internet with a grain of salt. I don't buy into it. It sounds like you're really bought into the propaganda that they're lying to you about. But everybody's allowed to have their own opinion or perspective. I can respect that. Uh, I would not choose a country to race. Sorry. Uh, Social media guru does not hesitate to research the many things he doesn't know. What do we talk about, Alan? This man is a social media guru. He does not hesitate to research the many things he doesn't know. I mean, if you're talking about me, yeah, I try to do my best to research things with as much time as I'm allowed to have, considering a full time job. So, why so long from now? What do you mean? What are you talking about, John? I don't know. Wow, I'm probably way behind. Shift. Uh, John. So basically, Jackbox. I plan on doing it then because I've got other things I got to get done other than just streams. So I'm trying to schedule everything all together. And that's why it's not like, oh, well, I don't want to go on there and do it or try to push off for any specific time. But I'm just trying to gauge how much time I got to do everything. Let's see. Do not redeem. I apologize, Jimmy. Temple and here in your hat. Well, thank you. Thank you, Debbie. Let's see. Temple is a 40-year-old man that still skateboards and dresses like like it's 2003. Okay, well, half of that I can agree with, Raph. Temple is a 40-year-old man that still skateboards and dresses like it's 2003. Well, no, I wouldn't say that. I mean, he still skates, yes. Yes, he's 40, and age doesn't have anything to do with what you can and can't do at any particular type of thing. Um, just because you age doesn't mean you got to change how you dress or how you act or what you participate in. That's Yeah, I'm sorry. That's just it's an ignorant talking point. Sorry, not trying to be offensive, but he's a moron, and only people that like his show are morons. Okay, see, I was being nice. There's nothing moronic about learning about things at all. It's actually moronic to not keep your options open and your opinions free of was it opposing thought. Sumo likes the hat. Neither hat is silly. John Pedro Pascal has anxiety. That's what he says. Come on now. Come on. It's called an excuse to cop a feel, in my opinion. That's just how I see it. Uh, Pedro Pascal has anxiety, so he has to sexually assault his female co-stars, all the hot ones. He doesn't do this to Bella Ramsey, though. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, I think it's just an excuse to cop a feel. Um, I think he's doing it for the public image thing. Got to be sure to be seen with all the attractive women that he's co-stars with. Yes, yes, Michael. I was in California when Arnold was governor. That's absolutely correct. Did I get into hogs in Tennessee? No, actually, it was in Washington. I bought, or my first bike was a crotch rocket. It was actually a Suzuki, and then uh, it was an older one. So I was in a position where I could get a new bike. So I happened to, just by chance, I wasn't even like going in to buy anything, just to look, and ended up walking away um, with a Sportster. Um, and then Sportsters are kind of uh, versatile bikes for around town. I'll put it that way. Um, but uh, then I used it to get across country, and in the process, I traded up to my Softail. So now I have that. Mm, wow, I don't even know how far back I am. Okay, good to go. Good to go. Let's see. John Dang. That's funny. uh, what's up, TG33? Hey, I'm caught up. So do my chores so we can have an earlier game night, huh? Well, it's not really chores. It's more like food and um, making sure like my pets fed and everything taken care of. Um, so yeah, it's not just chores; it's responsibilities and make sure I eat as well. Uh, let's see. Okay, I'm not missing anything. Thank you, Michael or Gatsby. Sorry, thank you, Gatsby. Appreciate that. Um, so yeah, if you haven't heard, there's um, I did post something so um, we can all contribute to different selection of games. We're looking right now. We're looking at Jackbox 3, um, but that's in the Discord. It's in the About Me, right? I think it's About Me or description, something like that, of the channel. Um, let's see. You need to see more of my cat. You want to see more of my pain in the ass animal? Let's see. Rafts. There's. Let's see what you're saying now. No corruption arrests. Agree. Actually, I've heard differently though. Um, there are people that are being, uh, what is it? Being sued, tried, um, that are facing consequences. So it's not like nothing's being done. Let's see. No COVID arrests. What do you mean no COVID arrests? Like from like Fauci? Yeah, but you got to keep in mind they're building a case, especially for something as big as that. It's going to take some time. And you also got to keep in mind, if say it's all about timing as well, not just what you know, or what you're trying to accomplish, but the results of what you're trying to accomplish as well. So somebody I heard brought up a great point, um, that like kind of like the George Floyd riots, right? That happened and people rioted. Now, do we want to hold a trial for somebody when it's the middle of summer? Or do we want to do that when it's the middle of winter? What would you prefer? What do you think is a better idea? Uh, no COVID arrest, no end of the war in Ukraine. Honestly, he's trying to. He's honestly trying to. He's I mean, we've all seen what Zelensky did at the White House. He's working on it. Um, Still paying for Israel's mass murder uh, campaign, and Trump is about to pardon Epstein's main accomplice. Uh, we'll see. I haven't heard anything about him pardoning. If you're talking about Ghislaine Maxwell, I haven't heard anything about that. Um, Not saying that it's not true, but I haven't heard anything about that. Um, is he talking, or are they talking to her? Yeah, because she's going to give out information that um, they weren't able to get, um, or maybe information that got I don't know, lost. Maybe. So we'll only, I mean, only time will tell. We'll see. It's obviously not going to go away. People are still talking about it. People are still wanting resolution for it. Me personally, I mean, as much as I'd like something to happen between it, that's not my concern. Not my biggest concern. My biggest concern is the economy. I want. I'd much rather see uh, the abolition of the IRS than uh, anybody get arrested for uh, Epstein. I'd rather have no taxes than people that mean nothing to me go behind bars. I don't know. I mean, I want justice for the people that were victims. I think they do, or they deserve that. But um, I also think that uh, there's certain things that are a little bit more concerning for the average everyday person, or average everyday American. Um, or illegal immigration for one, taxes for two, interest rates on homes for three. Um, let's go through the list. I mean, what would you prefer? Let's see. Michael said something. Am I that far behind? Wow. Chris says he's excited for Jackbox tonight. Hope everyone can join. Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully before 9. Where are you at, John? Because when I said an hour and a half, that's 8 o'clock Central Time. So that's still an hour before 9. How much is Jackbox 3 on the PS Store? I think it's $15, $14.99, $15.99, something like that. Is that what it was, Chris? Michael Douglas says, I agree, Debbie. What did you agree to, Debbie? Where'd you go? Oh, see more of the cat. What's up, Rowdy? Welcome in. Rowdy says there's no crime with COVID to build a case. Well, that's not absolutely true. we already know that Fauci lied. That Fauci basically can be charged with perjury and face charges for his crimes. I mean, that's another thing. I mean, yeah, there's people that were victim to Epstein, but Fauci, I think, has a higher body count than Epstein does. Wouldn't you? Let's see. Michael says Pam Blondie said she had the Epstein files on her desk, and her Bongino and Cash Patel said they'd release them first week or so. Now they pretend there is no list. See, and that's okay, Michael. That's a great point. Um, Only because it brings up an idea. I think that they tried to go in guns a blazing. Um, Realized after they learned certain things that they can't. That there's something like it's like okay, for those I mean, people I'm sure are aware that there's sometimes where you try to build a case against somebody and you go, you know what, we got a rock solid case, we should be able to win this hands down, not a problem. Then you go to court and the table turns, and that person that you thought you had a rock solid case against walks free. um I don't think that's a great way to handle the situation, by just saying, "Hey, let's throw it all out there and completely destroy our case." You know what I mean? That's why, like, as much as I'm kind of disappointed that things aren't coming out, um, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt because we voted for this person or voted for Trump for a certain reason, and we've got to extend them that grace or uh, that respect that he will get it done. Um, he's got 4 years, guys. Let him get through. You know, hell, even 2 years, I would say, should be plenty of time. If he doesn't, you know what? I'll judge him after his term, not during his term when he's trying to make things happen. I mean, his legacy is built off of what he does during his presidency, not what he does during or at the time of his presidency. You know, does that make sense? They're clearly covering something up. Trump's lawyer met with Ghislaine, and she left with a mysterious box. Ghislaine will get pardoned. Jimmy, have you ever lived overseas? I think it would be good for you to experience that someday. Oh, honestly, I'd love to. Not in the world, or not in the way that, or not with the shape the world is in today. I don't think that would be a good idea. Um, just yeah, immigration has gotten out of control, and I honestly can't think of one country I want to go to right now. Um, Maybe Poland. That's about the safest place I would consider going. Uh, I mean, not saying that I wouldn't like to. I mean, I would love to go to Italy, Ireland, um, the UK, Scotland. Um, uh, where else? Germany, um, France, Spain. Um, I wouldn't even mind going to Japan, to be honest. Um, let's see. New Zealand would be nice, but I don't know. We'll see. Jimmy, or I'm sorry, Raphael says Jimmy will defend Trump to the grave. Reminds me of the Dems defending Biden to the end. Okay, so with your comment, does anyone else see that through what I've said? Have I said anything about not holding Trump to his um, his promises or to hold him accountable any more than anybody else or any less than anybody else. I think Trump is just as, um, what's the word? Um, Basically, I would hold Trump to a higher standard than I would any other person, especially Biden, because with Biden, I didn't expect him to get anything done. Trump, I expect him to get something done. So I'm just waiting it out to see what he gets done rather than hold his feet to the coals now and say, you do it or else. I mean, nobody's going to get anything done with, uh, while you're lighting them on fire. I mean, let them work, give him the benefit of the doubt. Don't hate the guy just because he's not doing exactly what you want him to do. Okay, yeah. So Chris said Jackbox 3 was $15 or $15.99, something like that. Hopefully the sale is still on. Jimmy, did you see about the T app, an app for only women? Prove your one by uploading your license, and it was to database bad men and dox them. Turned out the app had zero security, all leaked. Really, Jimmy? Did you see about the T app, an app only for women? Prove you are one by uploading your license, and it was to database bad men and dox them. Turns out the app had zero security and everything was leaked. And see, that's what, like, what was that? I think Credit Karma wanted me to send my driver's license or my ID to them to verify I was who I was. And it's exactly what you're talking about, Michael, that why I never felt comfortable with doing that. I think over time, they that restriction kind of dropped, but because I'm on there now, um, but um, I never gave them my ID. I didn't plan to. I didn't want to. I didn't feel it was safe to do so, and that's exactly why. John Cat, Michael King. Wait, what, John? I hope Jimmy wasn't being discussed on that app. I know he has some women that think he's wronged them. Oh, are you talking about the ones that are uh, basically baiting, trying to cry wolf? I promise you that none of whatever you've probably heard is true to the point of verifiably prove it. Let's see. The app devs didn't secure any of the license scans to people's accounts, and they were all publicly accessible. People already compiled them to a Google Maps page. Really? That's horrible. Debbie said Pam Bondi was a POS after the Orlando shooting and even tried flirting with Anderson Cooper, who is openly gay. I don't doubt that. I'm not a big fan of Pam Bondi's. That's for sure. Everywhere in Western Europe is totally safe to travel, and that has a lot of great art and food. My loss. I I don't know enough about it, John, to be able to tell you whether it's safe or not. Um, I'll take your word for it. Maybe when the time comes, I can do that. I wouldn't mind doing that. Uh, are we counting down, John? That's funny. Downing that, Jimmy. What are you talking about, Douglas? Uh, what did I miss? Oh, maybe talking about me going overseas. Is that what you're saying? Rowdy says, "Did you give Biden the benefit of the doubt?" Hell no, hell no. He was screwing the country over. Last time I checked, Trump's not screwing the country over. He's just not giving people what they want. There's a big difference, huge difference. I mean, if you can't see that, then I'm sorry. I'm I can't make you open your eyes. You got to do it yourself. Um, Biden what drove up prices, and there's proof of that. Um, he we ended up paying twice as much for a gallon of gas. Some states almost three times as much. Um, let's see what else. Groceries went up. Uh, he flooded the country with illegal immigrants from all over the world. Um, he started handing out money to forgive people of their education debt, something that they signed on for. So basically, all the taxpayers had to pay for those people to go to school without uh, what payback, or without having to pay it back. I mean, that kills an economy too. So I voted for Ralph Nader in 2000. 2000, that's interesting. I'll give you 69.9 to play at 8 p.m. rather than 9. Wait, John, you said at 8 p.m. rather than 9. I was talking about 8 p.m. Are we misunderstanding each other here? 8 p.m. Central Time. Unless you're in a different city. What city are you? I mean, what time zone are you in? If you're trying to say 9 p.m., are you on Eastern Time? Uh, that is actually a good idea. Breakfast Wars. That'd be kind of cool. That I could definitely. I'd be down for. Uh, bring the Thing Burger, or bring back the Thing Burger. That's funny. I actually never saw that, to be honest. I'm not a fan of white nationalism on the whole. White nationalism. What do you mean? You're not a fan of country being white, or I don't know, because this country, it's almost technically impossible for that to happen. Oh wow, that's a long time ago, Michael. I remember that from growing up. Saying that the ring could turn him back and forth. I think that was something that happened in the comics, and then they portrayed it uh, on media, or like cartoons or something like that, or TV show. I don't remember what it was. I want to say it was a cartoon. Jack had a funny tweet earlier. He's excited for Biden's memoir, the best 3 pages you ever read. That's funny. I'm sure it'd be longer than that. He'd probably have a book just on his son for one. Grew up the old cartoon where the okay, it was a cartoon. How do you hold Trump to a higher standard while giving him the benefit of Biden? Barry, how do you hold Trump to a higher standard while giving him the benefit of the doubt over Biden? Because one destroying the country and the other's not. That's my benefit, or that's where I can reconcile a benefit of the doubt. But as far as holding them to a higher standard, because I know that Trump can and has the ability to do better. Whereas Biden, we expected nothing but the worst, or at least I did. I don't know about everybody else, so I don't want to voice their opinion as my own. But yeah, I didn't expect anything good from Biden, so I didn't hold him to a higher standard at all. Michael Keane, that's it. And there you go. Michael Caine says it well too. Biden wasn't there mentally. And that's another good point. You can't hold somebody to a high standard that can't even walk up a flight of stairs or remember which way to go on the stage, or not fall off the stage, or who he's talking to during a conversation, or was it he saluted the wrong people when the officers were standing right next to him? Not much of a standard to give him there. Just like you're John, you said you're Eastern. What do you mean? Are you mentioning something that's further back in the conversation that because I'm probably further back on the chat? Michael Caine, help us convince Jack to do Breakfast Wars. I will. I'll bring it up to him. Now you bring it up, I'm gonna have to bring it up to him, because that really does sound like a great idea. Debbie says, I love grits. I've actually never had grits. I grew up on the West Coast, so grits was not a thing there. We had oatmeal, but I've never had grits. Girls raised in the South? That's funny. Ooh, that sounds good. Underrated food hack is you take your pancake and use it as a wrap for Euro meat, sweet and savory. That sounds good. John Cat likes pancakes with bacon and maple syrup as a mix of savory and sweet. Honestly, I'm not a big bacon person. I know a lot of people are. I'm not. I prefer like smoked sausage or kielbasa or something like that. Rowdy says, I gotta return some videotapes. I won't be at Jackbox. Return some videotapes. There's no such thing as videotapes anymore. Who you return videotapes to? Somewhere in the Middle East? You gotta go digital, guy. If Biden did what Trump is doing right now with Epstein files, I think you would be more upset. If Biden did what Trump is doing right now with the Epstein files, I think you'd be more upset. No, no, I'd expect it. Um, and again, I like I said earlier, do I want no income tax or just hypothetically, Tom Hanks to go to jail? I'd rather have no income tax. Who else? Anybody else with me on this one, or does that sound unreasonable of an ask? Oh, Eastern time zone. Okay. Okay. Well, all right. Let's see. It's already been all right. Give me 5 more minutes, um, John, on here. That'll get us. Well, okay, 3 more minutes. Give me a few more minutes on here. It'll put us an hour and a half on the live stream. I'll go do what I got to do. It probably take me about 10 minutes to do, and um, I got stuff I can snack on later. So yeah, and I'll go get on there live. Now work. So about 20 to 30 minutes. That work? If Biden, let's see. Typical questions for the press held on Biden was okay. Typical questions the press held on Biden was, "What kind of ice cream are you having today?" And Biden struggled to even answer that. Well, he did say that he had a freezer full of ice cream. Did he not? If I remember correctly. Um, to be fair, I struggle to choose a favorite ice cream flavor, but I also have dementia. Well, at his age, I would hope he doesn't struggle on which flavor to pick. Um, I mean, I know at my age, I'm not. I know exactly what I want. Every now and again, I might switch up to depending on whether something or the flavor I like the most is available. But otherwise, I don't struggle. I know exactly what I want. Biden fell off his bicycle one too many times. That's true. Um, let's see. Rowdy's a huge Huey Lewis fan. Nothing wrong with Huey Lewis. What's wrong with Huey Lewis? Library has tapes. Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. Everyone should use their local library more often. Be the libraries. Yeah, yeah. But then you got to worry about freaking late fees and all that kind of stuff. Nah, I'll stick with paying for a service so I can watch it for free on. Did Biden had a boy who died? Very sad. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. But he couldn't even remember the day he died. Thank you, Jimmy. Sorry, I do have a breakfast. Do have breakfast tomorrow. Yeah, not a problem. Not a problem, John. Trying to work around it. Trying to make it happen. Because I understand if you got plans the next day. Hell, it's the whole reason why I was trying to schedule a certain time. So we'll compromise. And let's see, awesome. Let me catch up, and then we'll call it. They would reward him with ice cream for authorizing auto pen. That's funny. I hate chocolate ice cream, and it reminds me of two girls. Wow, that's gross, guys. That's gross, Michael. He pushes the auto pen. He gets a taste of ice cream and the smell. Wow. All right. Okay, bye guys. I will see you in 10, 20 minutes on Jackbox. Oh, look at there. I'm caught up now. At John Cat, Ben and Jerry's distilled hair sniff chemicals into an ice cream flavor just for Biden. Yeah, I believe that. The liberal Ben and Jerry's. But all right, guys. If you haven't already, we will be going live on Twitch. I will put the channel on here, so anybody that wants to participate, they're more than welcome to. There you go. We will be playing Jackbox on there. It's up to 8 players, so first 8 people to join, will be able to get into the game. But that does not mean you can't participate. I do know the audience is allowed to participate as well. At least one or so of the games that we've played. So yeah, definitely stop by, and then we do switch off on rounds. So if other people are wanting to get in, that's an option for everybody. Let's see. If you haven't already, hit that like button, and hit the follow or subscribe, depending on what platform you're watching from. Share the show with everyone you know, so then that way we can help the channel grow. What else? All the links are in either the About Me or the description of my channel. If you go into that, you can find my my link tree that has all the links as well. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and X, as well as you can join my Discord. It's at JAS Media, just like the channel. Let's see. Yeah, outside of that, I will see you guys tomorrow for F as in Frank, and then on Monday for open discussion again. All right. I will see you guys later. Thanks for joining, and thanks for all the support.